The biggest decision of your life is coming soon. So, guys, with the next event coming up, pandemic, with that next event coming up, guys, we are seeing moves being made early for the next event, whatever that event might be. Now, we all know which direction they're steering in. They're steering in the direction of the bird fluke idea. And of course, with that, guys, we are seeing arm tickets being developed before our very eyes. They are trying to get ahead of the curve because they don't want to have what happened with Mr. 19 happen with us. But in reading a lot of articles and listening to a lot of people talk about the next event preparedness, a lot of people are starting to push the ideology that we have to, or they have to go harder with the arm ticket campaign. They want more campaigns for arm tickets. They want more aggressive campaigns for an arm ticket. Now, aggressive being the key word, because they felt like they weren't aggressive enough with Mr. 19. Now, a lot of us thought that that was aggressive, and I thought so too. But being that we have the elites talking about how aggressive they want to get and how they want to start campaigns earlier, we're going to see some crazy nonsense in the next few months, if not the next few years. They have developed the regular arm tickets by way of cultivating the virus itself. Then they have the M arm ticket, modified arm ticket. And then they have, and get this, a patch delivery system and an oral delivery system coming out as well. So they're giving you 6 options. 2 M arm tickets by 2 companies, 2 regular arm tickets, again by 2 companies, and then the oral and the patch system, which the patch, infusing anything into anybody's skin can't be good. It really can't. And using a patch system for anything can't be good, whether that's smoking or fat loss, whatever it is. Anyway, they're doing that. So they're giving you multiple options. And the reason for giving us multiple options is to push back against us who will not be taking any of that nonsense. Now, of course, guys, when I mean they're going to push harder this time, I think more jobs are going to be on the line this time around. I think more livelihoods are going to be put on hold and or eliminated altogether. I think they might even go after the food portion of not being able to go to the supermarket unless you have a certain arm ticket on board and or a card to prove that you have these things on board. Now, with the card system to validate your arm ticket in the body, I think they're going to go by way of digital. They're going to get away from the card because they also saw how many people faked that, right? Using these cards and writing things in for themselves. And they saw how many people faked it. And so, again, guys, being that Mr. 19 was a test run, I think they figured out most of the kinks, not all of them. And they're going to go harder this time with a lot of digitalness, especially your phone being that card, if you will. Now, when I state earlier about this decision being the biggest decision of your life, guys, they're going to make things so hard, you're going to have to make a decision. Now, I've already said to 2 people, I've asked 2 people, will you be taking the next round of arm tickets coming out should this thing turn into a big event? The 2 people I asked said, what am I going to do about work? I can't just leave my job. And then I said, and if you're dead, what point was it? What point were you trying to make by keeping your job if you're dead? Of course, the stupidity is already starting because people are already trying to defend their position by stating, well, if I don't have my job, I can't feed my kids. Well, if you're dead, you can't be with your kids. So what do you think is a little more important? And making that point, both people shut down. Now, one of these persons or people, if you will, is one of my kids' mother. And when she said that, I said, have you not learned anything from the 19? You have side effects from the 19. You're going to take something that you don't know, that they're doing research on, they're doing experiments on, and you You have no clue how this is going to turn out. And you're already stating this. I said, and then the more important part of it, guys, is that if you pass away, you will not be with your kids. So trying to provide a life for your kids when you're dead doesn't do the kids any good. And it harms the kids more than you losing your job. You not being there harms your kids more than you losing your job any given day of the week. You guys can live in a box on Broadway in Manhattan and still be a happy family versus you being gone, your kids not having you, and then your kids breaking down in life and doing whatever happens to them. Drug addicts, prostitutes, lawyers, you know what I mean? Like things like that happens when you pass away. So you don't want that. You want to be there for them. So you have a decision to make. Now, they already developed experimental arm tickets and they have pilot programs going out already. And they started that within the last few months. I thought it was over the last couple of years. No, I think since February, they started with experimental shots and pilot programs. We are only in June. We are going to see where this is going to go because, again, guys, they're going to turn around and tell us what, like they did with Mr. 19, they said it was 100% safe. They're going to say the same thing about this. And being that they're also giving us options, they're going to like, well, if your body can't handle the M arm ticket, you could take the regular one. But if you don't like needles, we can give you a patch or oral delivery system. Guys, this is going to get really interesting, really fast. And you guys are going to have to make one hell of a decision because I already know the decision I'm making. I already know which path I'm taking. You guys are going to have to come up with a plan sooner than later. Anyway, guys, other than that, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.